Tesla had just unveiled a Model Y here in Hawthorne, California. I'm literally sitting in my hotel room. I just came back from a very long day. I jumped on the plane very early in the morning, and then I went to a YouTuber mixer here in Hawthorne, California, and then we went to the event directly, hung out with some YouTubers. I mean, pretty much all of your favorite Tesla YouTubers were there, I think, except for Bjorn maybe. I don't know. I don't know why he wasn't there, and I have quite a few different interviews with like Tesla Kim, with Eli of My Tesla Adventure, with Gally of the Hyperchange TV, with who else I interviewed, Tom from Inside EV. So I have quite a few interviews coming up, and then also tomorrow I will make a video, kind of a behind the scenes, what I've seen behind the scenes, something that really has nothing to do with Tesla on the Model Y, but I do those, and I think you guys enjoy it, so definitely that one's coming up. But I wanted to talk about, the actual Model Y. Now, before I go any further, of course, don't forget to click on that subscribe button if you guys want to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the world of electric cars. All right, so I think this was an interesting one, right? Because we didn't get that big surprise, because I don't think people were really talking about the Model Y as much as they were thinking about what would be that big surprise. I personally thought they were gonna unveil the semi-truck, or at least maybe kind of give us maybe a rendering on a concept car. Jesse from Zach and Jesse suggested that maybe they'll just run it on the background really quick and just kind of like, and I thought all of that was possible, but the biggest surprise really was the fact that Model Y is going to be a 7-seater. That's it. Everything else, all the specs were pretty much what everybody could guess. I made a video about, a day before the unveiling, what to expect. And to be honest with you, I was right on the money. Now that was kind of hard to predict, except for the 7-seater option. And that's it. There was nothing else at all. Now, I know maybe it didn't make for a super exciting unveiling like the semi-truck unveiling was, or the Model 3 unveiling was, but I like it. I like the fact that this settles the whole Tesla sort of story down, right? And I think there was a reason why Elon kind of walked us through the history of Tesla, because with all these scandals with SEC and all of these prices going up and down and stores closing and all of this stuff and product profitability, if that can be left behind and settled, right, in the next few months, then this Model Y unveiling came in a really, really perfect place, because I think now the company is a mature company with a row of great products and some upcoming products that are close enough and realistic enough where it's no longer kind of a crazy dream. Model 3, the $35,000 version, is out there now. Model S, Model X are been sold around the world, setting records. Shanghai factory is going to be done probably by the end of the year. I have no reason to doubt that. And it looks like they gave a relatively realistic estimates of when a Model Y will start going in production. So if nothing else happens, right? I think if the company just kind of slowly goes through this year without any more scandals and new news, that would just be a perfect ending to this beautiful beginning of Tesla and electric car movement. So I like it. I like that there were no crazy promises, nothing to hide. I mean, this is just like for many cars, for many manufacturers, this year is the year of execution. And I think that's what Tesla needs to concentrate on, just like everybody else. Producing Model 3, building the factory, making sure that Model Y comes to market as they promised, and hopefully selling down all of the crazy stuff that they've kind of started the year with the pricing and all of this. So I find the fact that there was no surprise, and the fact that the Model Y unveiling was now a perfect perfect storm. Again, hopefully nothing else happens after this. Now, okay, let's talk about the Model Y itself. I got to ride in it for a few minutes. I got a pretty close look at it. It is essentially Model 3 that's a little bit taller with a panoramic roof and a hatchback. And I don't mean to sound disappointed. I actually think this is all people really needed from the compact SUV from Tesla. I mean, it has all the great technology that people love in the Model 3, including the self-driving capabilities, right? I like the look. I mean, of course, you can argue about the looks. It is a SUV, so, you know. And so I'm not quite sure, and let me know in the comment section what else can you really ask from it. Now let's talk about a couple of other specs. Before that, of course, I want to remind you that this channel and this video is sponsored by Accelerate Auto, the business leases for electric cars. And this is really the only way to lease the Tesla Model 3 right now. If you own a business or if you work for a company that allows you to lease the car, a corporate car, this is a perfect company for you guys, not just for the Model 3, for pretty much all electric vehicles. Check them out in the description of this video. They'll give you a free quote. Make sure that you tell them they came here from Ephraim Electric, and they will definitely take care of you guys. All right, so the other specs were the $39,000 price tag, which I think will definitely challenge the Kia Niro EV and Hyundai Kona EV, which I believe will rule the market this year and next year until, you know, Model Y is even reality. We'll see what Kia and Hyundai and other manufacturers come up to compete with the Model Y. So the price is great. I think it's very competitive. The range is, again, anything over 200 miles is great, and I think they're starting what, 220 to 230 for the shortest range. That's perfectly fine, and everything else is kind of falls in line with what Model 3 is, and I think people are very, very happy with that. So I have to say that pretty much everything that we wanted out of this car for the long time we got. Now the interesting part is that, you know, instead of taking $1,000 reservations, Tesla is actually moved with the $2,500 order configurations, and that obviously will cut down on how many reservations or how many orders they're going to have. But at the same time, I think they will also get a good idea of what kind of configurations people are looking for the Model Y, and how many people in the queue are actually serious about moving forward with getting this car, right? So yes, the queue is going to be much shorter. I think a lot of people will switch from the Model 3 reservation to the Model Y configuration. And let me know if you guys are actually maybe one of those people. Let me know in the comment section. And I think they've expected that. So I'm curious to know how many they will get with this. I mean, my guess would be, I wouldn't be surprised if it would still be over 100,000, but I would be surprised if it's over 200,000 in the next couple of months. And you know, even with those numbers, this is you know, customers who are very serious. The Tesla knows what kind of configurations they're going to make, so therefore when they're going to be delivering these cars, because obviously they're going to be making the more expensive version first and then the cheaper versions. When they need to go to Europe and China with it, and then come back with a cheaper version in the United States. So I think it gives everybody, Tesla, the investors, and the customers, a much better idea what the deliveries are going to be, what delivery timelines are going to be. So as uneventful and maybe not as exciting, some people literally call it boring, this event was, I think I liked it for the sake of the company, for where they're at. And again, if they're just settle everything and calm everything around the, you know, all the issues with the company, which I think they have been moving in that direction, I think this is a perfect, sexy way to hopefully level this company off and slowly bring it to basically a flourishing manufacturer that's profitable, that has a great name and has a bright future. So I think that's where I'm at. And again, I wish I had a better setting. As you know, I was only able to make this video for you guys once I got to my hotel room. because of the YouTube rules, you can't really have the copyright music on the background. And again, I know some YouTubers decided to stream live and be there, but I like to play by the rules. I don't want any strikes on my YouTube channel or any type of action from YouTube. So as you know, I always avoid that, and that's why that this video is hopefully of a good content, doesn't have as great of a background, but there will be a few to come. Again, the interviews with a lot of your favorite YouTubers are coming up in the next few days, and my behind the scenes video is coming up as well. All right guys, that's pretty much it for me. I'm gonna go take a nap, and I have a plane to catch tomorrow back to Sacramento. Looking forward to your comments, of course. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.